now tuned in to Two Dope Girls in the Gym.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Doochie.
And your girl, Alex in Wonderland.
And you're now tuned in to Two Dope Girls in the Gym. We are super excited to be back this week.
Yes, we are.
Alex is all mellow and I'm all...
I'm good, though. Like, I got a good vibe.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But that's... I feel like I'm either like... No, I can't say I'm either. I'm always on 10.
Yeah, she's always on, beyond 10.
But you're like always on, but a mellow on, and you'll slide it in. But then you'll get aggressive, especially around gym time.
You know I love gym time.
I know. It just brings, I don't know, that adrenaline kicks in, the blood starts flowing, it just brings
No,
something
it really is
out.
adrenaline. It really is. That changes things. Adrenaline.
You start walking around,
right?
You tell me nothing.
I want you.
Bring it over here.
The treadmill. We do kind of gang up on, we kind of do gang up on guys a lot at the gym.
But it's fun because I've always liked to supersede people's expectations.
Yes, I agree.
And I think guys look at girls as like they're wimpy.
Mm-hmm.
And treat us like we can't equal.
And being bigger too, right?
Yeah. And then when you're bigger, they already looking at you like, girl, you move slow, you do this. Well, wait a minute. Let me show you what I got in me.
I think we intimidate them a little bit sometimes. They kind of draw back like, oh.
I think I intimidate a lot of people sometimes. And I'm okay with it though, because I know myself. I'm very assertive.
Yeah.
I know what I want. I know what I'm looking for. And if I speak my mind, because I always do, if I'm speaking my mind, that I'm letting you know what I want. I'm letting you know what my intentions are. If you're not listening, that's your fault. So I don't think that people have asked me if I'm a bully. Do I consider myself a bully? That was a question that I actually recently received. And I would like to say no.
Right?
I would like to say no. I am a go-getter.
Okay.
I know what I want, and I am going for it.
Right, and then also just being an honest person, because you're very upfront, you're very transparent, so that comes with like sheer honesty, and a lot of people just can't take it really. Yeah. I don't know. Look, we done jump right into conversation, y'all. Look,
I know, it's really exciting. So I actually still have my live on because I kind of want you guys to interact with us during this first little 15 minutes. Y'all get a 15-minute sneak peek into what this podcast life is like when we're doing it on the flip side. Just in case y'all aren't subscribed to the YouTube channel yet.
Two Dope Girls in the Gym, the YouTube channel. Did we say that? Two Dope Girls in the Gym. Number 2, girls with a Z.
Right.
And there's spaces between that.
Get that. Okay. Right? Go subscribe if you're not.
Go watch our videos. But
so
I want to get into your weekend. It was very...
It's not fair because it's going to be long, guys. It's long-ish. Maybe I'll try and speed it up. Like,
fast forward.
Yeah. Okay, so this weekend was really cool. So Friday, I shot for Fitness Unicorn.
Okay.
83. Really excited about it because I'm just... I was trying to create a name for my fitness clothing line. Right. And like last year I put out a sports bra and a t-shirt, just trying to get a feel for what the response would be, what it would be like. But I really am trying to move forward with this. So I'm creating a positive motivation t-shirt line, but also with a realistic perspective. Yeah. Like, for example, I have a t-shirt coming out that says, I hate burpees. Ultimately, burpees is my most unliked fitness move.
Right. I feel you.
That you could ever throw at me. As soon as I hear burpee, it's like everything inside of my spirit shuts down. I have lost all hope in life. Yeah. Take me out now. Shoot me in the head. As long as somebody can bring me back to life.
I feel you. I hadn't done a burpee. The first burpee I ever did was like a month ago with you. Ever in my life. But yeah. Okay.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. My philosophy in life really is it's the thing that you hate most that will set you free.
Okay.
So if I hate burpees that much, I gotta do them.
Yeah, I feel you.
Okay. It's the things that you hate doing for some reason. You kind of gotta focus on that because there's a reason why it's difficult.
Yeah, exactly. No, that is true. That is very true.
So if you want to get stronger, pain is weakness leaving the body. You got to get active. Yeah, so that's the concept behind the t-shirt line. This edition is called Horsepower. That is, there is a definition t-shirt for horsepower. Like so too. Be on the lookout for that.
I get previews, y'all. I like the previews.
Yes, she does. Because guys, look. When you are 400 pounds and at any point in life, I feel like you got legs like a stallion.
You got to. Carrying that.
Yeah. So you got horsepower in your feet.
Right.
You better use them things, girl. Stop using it. No. And people will say, my knees hurt, my knees this. I understand. Please understand. I have very bad knees. I tap out sometimes. I'll sit down and be like, okay, maybe I need to give my knees a rest. Because the reality of it is, your joints are your joints, but the truth around it is you need to build that muscle around that joint. It's not that your legs can't withstand the running. And I'm speaking from somebody who was 400 pounds at the start of my journey and gradually was losing weight, and I did it in various ways. And running was definitely part of the process. And not just running on flat land, not just running on treadmills. We were running up mountains. We were running we were running up bleachers, like we were running everywhere. Inclines everywhere. We would run home from the gym because you got to get that extra credit,
right there.
You know. So at the end of the day, like, there's really not any excuse you could throw at me that I haven't had to face, you know what I'm saying, and try to work my way through. So anyway, that's the whole concept for Fitness Unicorn. I'm trying to expose different forms of fitness to people because, as y'all can see, I love to dance, I love to work out, and there's a reason why. So
no, I was excited when you came. You said Fitness Unicorn, and I sat back and I thought about it. I was like, that's what the fuck you are. That makes sense. Like, when we're in the gym, like, even though your hair hasn't been colorful, you see colors when, like, you're around.
Yes,
like,
I love that.
And you just be over there like, Fitness Unicorn.
I love it, but that's how I felt when I spoke it. It was like, yo.
Yeah, I was like, that makes sense. Yeah.
And I love it because last year, my whole theme from, like, June, honestly, since June has been unicorn season. I call myself trying to cut it off because I actually dyed my hair, did unicorn colors, did braids like unicorn. Like, really I had a whole summer, like, that was my hot girl summer theme, was unicorn season. So I kind of carried it into the rest of the year, and I figured it just fit. Right. So that was the first thing. That's coming out. That should be out next week. Look, I got a lot going on, so just work with me. But I'm hoping that it'll be up and out next week. If not, it will be up soon. Right. And that is also a bra. I wanted to tell you guys what the collection is. Yeah. There's a few shirts, different styles, and then I also have a new sports bra that is licensed to be thick. It's got my logo on it. It's got a bunch of Georgia license plates. Right. And I'm going to try and get it out to all of these celebrities who are Georgia homegrown peaches. Send a box like and I'm going to send me a box. Right. Yeah. I'm going to send me a little peach box. Okay. To the candies and the Rashidas of the world. I'm going to see if I can get them up in my sports.
I like that. And they're really, really, really cute. I've already, like, picked out my outfit. I'm going to go get some Nike joggers to go with it. Yes. And I'm going to just be walking around with my sports bra on.
Yes. And I need people to be sending me pictures.
Yes. We want pictures. Yes. All of y'all.
I love it. Yeah. I love it when y'all was sending them to me last year, so we're going to bring it back this year. Okay. I'm going to give you my second thing because I wrote 3 things down. I had a full weekend. Okay. My second thing was... Ooh, I wasn't going to be able to speak and do the wrong.
You know I'm always like a beat behind. Like,
okay. So... Saturday, I was with my girls, and we were celebrating the launch of the new reality show, Who's Got Curves?
Yay! Woo! Let's clap for that.
So that was something that I also did last year. I filmed a reality show, and the premise of it is kind of like America's Next Top Model, but for the plus size community.
Fluffy gal.
So that's going to be really exciting.
Yeah.
It airs April 3rd.
April 3rd.
We saw a little sneak peek, a little sizzle reel, and it was so cool. This is totally different. If you've been following my journey, I started my life or my influence, so to speak, on reality television.
Yes.
That's where I lost the bulk of my weight, on Extreme Weight Loss. I was season 4, episode 7. You can find that on YouTube. Anyway,
there you have it.
right. But yeah, so I have had a little bit of experience on reality television, but this is kind of a different concept for me because it's modeling. And I'm going to say this because that was something that when I was like 350 pounds, people used to be like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, you should model. And I would say, they're not looking for my plus size. They're looking for the 12. Because at that time, that was the number, right? Now it's starting, it's starting to ease up. They're trying to say it's the 14s and the 16s now. Yeah. But, thick. Right. So I kind of have come into a space where it's like, you know what? I also, when I post pictures, like I notice people like them a lot. Yeah. So it's like, man, maybe I could be. Right. I could try it. That sounds like logic. Like, if it works, it works. The disrespect. I'm so sorry I did not put that on silent. But if it works, it works. Right. So, and you never know what works until you try. So I just tried, and we're here. So you can find out if I made it on the show. You can find out how. That's going to be exciting. How far I went. You can find out everything that took place. Right. I was looking at the pictures. April 3rd. I was looking at the pictures you had on Instagram. I was like, oh, yes. They having fun. That show's going to be good. It's going to be entertaining. Yeah. It's going to be great. So that happened. And then I wrote something else down. What did I do? Oh. Wait, I already wrote that down. Oh, okay. I know, my bad. No dead air. My bad. No dead air. Yesterday, everything kind of got jumbled on my paper. Got chicken scratch. I wrote it really fast. Anyway, yesterday, I kind of just reset. We've been on go mode. Go. Nonstop. Yes, trying to put out content because these are not new dreams for us. Yeah. We just happen to come together at the right time, and we're able to pump this stuff out. Yeah. And I think it's awesome to have somebody who kind of sees the vision that you have, and y'all have totally separate visions, but at the same time they just align so perfectly. So it's awesome to be able to team up and work with you. And same to you. At the end of the day, I still need my time to rest. Heck, I know you still need your space too, we not fucking. So No. Just kidding, world. No, anyway. It was a joke. For real. That was a joke. No, okay. Anyway, I had to reset. And yesterday my line sister was like, let's go for a hike. One of the things that I loved about my journey in the beginning was the fact that it was outside. Majority of everything that we did was outside. All of our workouts. That's why I'm not really a treadmill runner, elliptical user, machines. I'm really just getting into that phase, being over at Big Girls Move. Honestly, I hate machines. So I'm having to relearn or recreate a love for that now. But I love free body movement, being able to go. Sun, air. So I love that outside thing. So when she said, let's go hiking, I was in. But I did say, bitch, it's cold. Oh, yeah. The weather was tricky. So I said, I'm not going to be an excuse maker. I can't be out here telling these people, what's what. So I just, put my hat on. No, I had a hat. Then I put the hood on. I put a sweatshirt on. I had about 3-4 shirts on. Man, I was strapped down. Ready. I was ready. So one thing that I recognized while I was out there was that I realized the reason why I like it so much is because that's when I'll be connecting with God for real. That's when I get messages for real. And so I wanted to share one with you.
Oh, okay. I'm down for this.
This will be part of Breaking Bondage, just giving you a little sneak peek as well, guys, if you're listening. So my line sister was walking in front of me, and she is a teacher. And so she stops, and she was like, oh, my gosh, this is a great picture for erosion and deposition. And she took a picture, and I looked down, and I was like, oh, that's hurt and healing.
Okay.
Hurt and healing, erosion and deposition. When something's eroded, it's been broken down.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happens when you're hurt.
Yeah.
And in order to heal, I believe the things that are broken down, those good things that are being taken from you, that is causing the hurt, or the things that were taken away from you that's causing the hurt. Those are the things that you need to deposit back into yourself. And that's what deposition is. So I just had like this epiphany moment when she said that, and I was like, I'm done worrying about what hurt me.
Yeah.
Ever in life. Like, and never again, like anything that hurts me moving forward, because it's an ongoing cycle. Right. As long as you live, that's one thing that my parents used to say, just keep living, you know? Yeah. So as long as you live, you will be hurt. But at the end of the day, you have to heal. Yeah. So those things that were taken away from you, give them the fuck back to yourself. Right. And I'm not going to worry about what hurt me. I'm just going to give myself what it is that I need to move forward so that I can be the best version of myself possible, because that's what matters at the end of the day, ever.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I just had to share that.
That's great. That's what nature is, your connection to the universe. You know, you're out there. That's the message you were supposed to see that. You're supposed to understand it that way. Yeah. And I think that's really amazing, because it is true. If you're holding on to what hurt you, or even just trying to figure it out, you're giving it energy. Yeah. And when you give something energy, it grows, you know? Yeah. So I'm glad. And thank you, Line Sister. She's cool. I like her.
I love Paige. That's my AC Paige. And I've been burning my healing candles. Like the candle, I burned it last week. When it burned down into my plate, I broke the wax up, put it back in another candle, and that's energy. Continuous. That. Yeah. Look, so I love that shit. I just connecting everything, and again, that's kind of what I got yesterday. So I had to share that because you introduced me to all that. So
yes, thank you. I love that. Okay.
Okay, so tell me about your weekend, because I kind of took over.
No, my weekend was I had to do the same thing. I dedicated pretty much Friday till yesterday to just chilling. Like I've been working so hard. We've been doing this stuff for like a month and a half just straight. You know, my brain had to get out of like editor mode. I just had to chill.
Y'all, Alex kills these freaking videos. The way she puts them together, like they're real moments, but the way she puts them together and makes it flow, I just think it's so cool, because it's definitely a talent I don't have that I admire when I see somebody who naturally just can do that. So I think that's cool.
Thank you. Go ahead. But yeah, so I did it one of those deep cleanse, like Sunday morning, put on the music. I even put in a ponytail.
Yes, I saw it. It was epic. I was like, what's she over there doing?
I was straight Jenny from the block and made in Manhattan. I did both. I smushed both her little situations together.
Yes.
But yes, I was with it. I did it like just clean. And then I did a little spiritual thing, had my little ritual going on. Kicked it with the kids. We went to the movies.
Yes, what y'all see?
We saw Bad Boys 3. It was good.
They tried to tell me about it, but I was like, don't be a devil.
Yeah. Well, I did ask, because I know my kids would just say all the wrong parts. So we couldn't talk about it at all. But snuck our little candy in there, did our thing. It was cool. So
that's the only way to go to the movies.
Oh
to
my
sneak
God.
Shit in, because
my tickets were $5. I was not gonna spend more on popcorn. I just didn't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's a Dollar Tree really next to the movie theater we go to. So yes, I'm going to the Dollar Tree, and I'm stuffing Reese's in my daughter's overall pockets and shit. My son was like, "I don't feel comfortable doing this." I'm like, "Boy, we're not stealing nothing."
He's a fool. He a fool for that one.
He crazy.
Let me tell you though, the fat shit me and my mama used to do going to the movies. I just gotta, cause we a weight loss show, right? All right, so let's talk about it. So me and my mama, we used to sneak food into the movies as well, but it was not candy.
No, they had meals.
No, we had Taco Bell. Real shit. We would buy a drink. But that's about it.
Right?
A ticket and a drink. We would bring the deep purse and taco, burrito, burgers, whatever we wanted. We had chicken wings.
Right,
nigga, please.
Right now they got fork and screen and stuff like that, so you can get.
Yeah,
it.
we
But
still was gonna take food in.
I'd still rather take my own food because I don't trust food coming in the dark. Like it's just weird. I don't understand how you know like where I'm at, who I am. I don't get the process, but whatever. That's the whole thing.
I don't either, but really outside of that, my mama's food is better. My food is better.
Right.
So if I'm gonna sneak some food in, or I know that the food where my favorite places to go to get these things. Like your menu probably gonna have wings on it.
Yeah.
If I want wings, you probably gonna bring them fat boys out.
Yes,
got
too much juice and skin, like whatever that is.
I'm gonna go to American Deli and bring my wings
and
in.
You gonna smell me while I walk in too. It's American Deli cologne.
Okay, they got the oils.
Right. This lemon pepper sprinkles.
Go ahead, my man. I'll cut you off.
But so that was pretty much it for my situation, my weekend.
Oh, that's why you made me go first. Well, I had a gangster.
Yeah, you did a lot, and I chilled the fuck out.
It was a packed weekend, but again, I was happy for Sunday because it definitely made me ready for today.
Right.
Because it started and it didn't stop. But I had high energy all day, so I'm not tired.
Right.
And
and if you go to YouTube, you can see exactly what we're talking about because we look amazing. We look like when you leave your Barbie like at your auntie house and all the kids play with it. Yes. That's what we look like today.
Yeah.
But we cute though. So.
I'm gonna cut this video off because it's over.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, they got enough.
They got enough of that. All right, so we checking back in with y'all who are continuing on this journey with us as you're listening.
On YouTube,
SoundCloud, all of those things.
Right. So
I'm trying to find my spot on the look because we've had we're just talking about regular stuff. Yeah. Oh, one thing we didn't mention was Ice Bar.
Oh,
we didn't mention Ice Bar.
We didn't.
We were supposed to have a party this past weekend, but guys, we got the dates mixed up. And I have to tell you, it could possibly be my fault too.
Okay, I was confused.
I had the reality show launch on Saturday, like I said, but I think we also had the wrong date written down for the party, and we were telling you guys the 19th. And then we found out that it's really the 18th, which was the same day as the reality show launch, and we had already told y'all the 19th. So we just didn't promote it at all after I know we verbally did on here, but we wanted to come back and say we are rescheduling that. We'll have another date for y'all next week.
Yeah.
I have to reach out and fix that with them. But yes, please still come party with us. We're still turning up, celebrating life, and come catch our vibe.
Yeah.
When we re-release the new date. So they say it takes 30 days to create a habit and stick to it.
Right.
Well, I think we looked up some statistics. And statistics say 80% of people don't make it to February.
Right. And
with their New Year's resolution.
That's 30 days. Yeah. Oh, that's 30 days. Yeah.
That's 30 days.
Right. So 80%. That's a lot of percent.
I want to know, where do you fall in the percentage?
Right.
Like the listeners, where do you fall in the percentile?
Are you guys still with your habits? Let us know. Like if you're listening, let us know. Are you guys still on your goal? Have you created habits and you're still maintaining your goals?
I know we are.
Well, my water goal, I can't get it. my fitness goal,
I appreciate your honesty.
My water goal, I'm still struggling with that.
Okay.
And it's all my fault. I know it is. But I just got to get it. I just got to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah.
I haven't done good with water probably this weekend because of my situation.
With tequila.
I did. It was rum, but you know.
Rums. But yeah, so I want to know. We want to know about your goals. Like, are you guys still doing them?
Yeah. And so what we did was we put together kind of like a booster.
Right.
So episode 7 is entitled Top 5. Because we created a few different situational analyses, and we're going to give you our feedback. Right. We're going to give you our feedback, and it's coming from we didn't talk about it. We just came up with the situations, and we are going to give our own responses and just see where one another actually falls, how we think, the things that.
Now, I was interested in whether or not our answers are going to be similar because we went through the same kinds of journey, or how different they're going to be.
So I know the first thing we said was, what's your top 5 reasons you're not losing weight?
Yes, the top 5.
So if you're not losing weight, I would say you're probably not meal prepping.
Okay, meal prepping.
So you're not weighing your foods out. You're not using the right seasonings that are appropriate for weight loss.
Yeah.
Which means obviously seasonings with no sodium in them. I would also say you're probably not pushing yourself in the gym.
I literally have that written as number 2. Look, not pushing yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so
because you can go through the motions. You could definitely go to the gym. I've done it before. I'm speaking from experience.
Right.
I've gone to the gym. I've gone through the emotions. I've left and looked at my watch and been like, well, I barely burned anything. And then I had to think about it. Well, bitch, you barely did anything.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't push yourself the way you would or typically could. And then, again, you have to do a self-check. Well, why is that? Why was I kind of slacking off today, But it's important to always stay engaged with yourself.
Yeah, that's definitely the point I was going to make, too, is just talking to yourself, and you know when you're not doing it. And you also know when you're in a mood. And, so sometimes you do give yourself that leeway, but you can't do it more often than not.
Your mood can't last multiple days.
Right.
Either.
That's just a one-time thing, maybe that time of month, maybe bad situation on the way to the gym.
I had one last week because it was that time of the month, so truthfully told.
I do, oftentimes I'll see some girls in the gym, and I'm like, what are you even in here for? Like, you're going through the motions, but you're not putting anything, you're wasting everybody's time. You know? And I do sometimes just want to reach out and ask them, but, I don't, that ain't always my place.
It ain't always my place.
But yeah, definitely push yourself. Make sure you're pushing yourself.
I also said not getting enough rest.
Oh, yeah.
Because that will stall your weight loss. And a lot of times we get busy and we'll still go to the gym. We'll still be eating our food right. But we'll still have to, if you have a family that you have to take care of, if you are somebody who takes care of your parents or have to help your parents out a lot, because that's my situation. Like, I have to help my mom and dad out a lot. And, it's just a nonstop ripping and running. Yeah. And you can literally stall your own weight loss from not getting enough rest and stress.
Yes. Stress too, but that your body needs that time to recover. And I think we glorify no rest. Everyone's out here, entrepreneur, trying to make it on their own. And I think, like, especially in social media, it's glorified. No sleep, no sleep gang, vamp life, or whatever the fuck you screaming.
Right. I did. You gonna die faster than not.
Right. They do say people who lack sleep are more likely to have some form of dementia. So, and I know me and sleep, we don't get along. Me and sleep are...
Well, me and sleep struggle, but I at least try to give me 5.
Yeah. Some people don't need, everyone varies, but sleep is definitely on that list.
And then I said, not around the right people.
Oh,
you're not around the right people. If you don't have a friend who's asking you about how things are going on your journey, especially for something that you're starting that's new for you. Like, say you've never tried to lose weight before. Say you tried and you quit. If you don't have somebody in your life who's saying, how are things going with your weight loss so far? If you don't have somebody who's saying, hey, I see your clothes are a little loose. Positivity. That positive engagement, like, that's what you need. You need to be around the right people who are acknowledging what it is that they see in you, or at least trying to be engaged and interact with you, because that will keep you engaged.
Yeah, and you don't need a bad seed around you. I've had bad seeds around me, and you don't need that. You don't need that support. That's what you need.
Yeah,
I'm
good support. Yeah. And then my last one is doing it for the wrong reasons.
Oh yeah,
because maybe the goal that you wrote down really isn't something you should be worrying about right now. Yeah. And maybe your weight loss is not what you need to be worried about right now, because you might have 1,000,001 other things on your plate. Maybe your commitment to fitness, your commitment to your food, it will come after you take care of whatever that cloud is
that mental, that spiritual,
keeping you blocked. So if you focus on the mental and the physical, the mental and the spiritual, that physical part will follow, I believe.
That's definitely our motto. That's definitely in our byline.
Yeah, it is.
We did, but yeah, I agree with that. And we kind of overlapped a little, but hydration. So people don't drink water. Y'all still drinking. The mic is playing with me, y'all. I like to play. But okay, so no, like, people aren't drinking enough water. They're not. I think people underestimate what water does for you.
Water break,
right? And Kegel time. Are y'all doing Kegels?
Kegel time and water break are mixed together.
Right,
now.
I like that. Hydrated Kegels.
Hydrated Kegels. Oh, are you doing your hydrated Kegels?
Hydrated Kegels.
I like that. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah.
Hydrated
Kegels and naked squats. That's good. Every time you drink water, we like, okay, hydrated Kegels. But no, okay, so not being hydrated. I also had not eating enough. I know a lot of times sometimes I go through phases. Sometimes I'm a breakfast person, sometimes I'm not. I really had to learn that I have to eat breakfast because it sets off my whole day. So despite what it is, something I have to take in. And make sure you're eating enough of the right things, of course, but eating enough.
I agree with that.
And then I said illness, like being sick, because I do preach if you're going to go on like some major weight loss journey, you got to get like a physical. You got to check yourself. Yeah. And I think with our guest last week, Rachel, we realized like she had thyroid disease. So understanding what your body is doing, that could be stalling your weight loss. Yeah. And I had thyroid situation, and once I mentioned I got it under control, and it just started I started losing weight. So definitely check out your what your body got going on. And then
I like those.
What was my other one? Oh, eating sabotage. I think you kind of hit on that. Like just eating the wrong things. I realize people don't know what calories are. A lot of people don't really understand
that nutrition fat portion.
And the least you can understand is what calories are and what they do.
We should have a nutritionist come on and kind of talk about that and how to break down what is a 200 calorie count diet, and how do you break that down per meal, especially since people say you got to eat 5 times a day. How do you break that down into 5 meals?
Okay, I think that would be fun. That would be good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I knew a girl, she literally thought the size of the food determined the calories. So no matter what it was, if this Snickers is smaller than this orange, it has less calories. That's how she thought of calories. Exactly. And I was like, wow, you got a long way to go.
That's scary.
I know.
I'm scared.
But, so those are our little top 5 for not losing weight. Are any of those on y'all's list? Are y'all checking those off? Are y'all doing those things? Is that why y'all are stalling out? Is that why?
It's okay, because guess what? Every day is a new day to start over.
We did all this. That's how we learned,
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your next one? Oh, here we go. Top 5, maintaining motivation.
Okay, let's see.
5 ways to maintain motivation.
I'm going to go with create a visual reminder of your goals. Something like taking marbles and putting them in a jar.
That's my number 2, yes. Okay, so we've got more overlapping.
Or like nickels for every 5 pounds, you drop a nickel down.
Right. I'm with the visual. Yeah. I used to, me and dry erase markers.
Yeah.
So I'd write my last weight. I'd write it on the scale. I'd write my weight or my goal weight. I'd write it on the fridge. I had it everywhere. I'd write it on my hand some days. Some days where I felt like I was going to be challenged, like at work, if they had a luncheon or it was someone's birthday, I would just write my goal weight on my hand, just so it would be a reminder, and that's what I'm aiming for, and that shit worked. Like, it really worked.
Nice.
Yeah. So I say that visual reminder every day, everywhere.
Yeah, I agree. And then I said create a wall of motivation.
Okay.
So like quotes, positive quotes that just sayings that mean something to you.
Yeah. Little shrineage right there. It's
yeah.
kind of a shrine.
Pictures of maybe what your goal weight might be, or a dress you might want to wear, or even shoes. I know sometimes the heavier women will complain about not being able to wear a certain type of heels because they don't know how to walk in them. So maybe having a pair of heels that you would love to walk in one day, I think would be a good like reminder or visual.
That's what I said. I said I bought a dress that was 2 sizes too small, and that's what I wanted to get into. And I had it hanging up in the closet, but like up and center so you could see it, and it worked. Like, and the day I could get into it, like I wanted to cry. I wouldn't let myself cry, but I wanted to cry. Like, oh my God, right? Like, and because you'll forget you're with yourself every day, so you get used to the way you look. And sometimes it takes stepping back and seeing yourself from another angle or perspective to really realize like what you did, like what you've accomplished. So I definitely agree with that. Shoes, dress, something like that.
I'm going to piggyback off of what you said, and keeping with making sure that because you can't see your progress every day, making sure you're taking pictures. That's another thing that I wrote down.
Pics.
So making sure you're taking pictures of yourself so that you can actually see your progress. One thing that Chris told me when I started my journey was if you're taking pictures of yourself every day, your body changes. Every day, if you're consistently working on it.
And I swear I could see it.
He was like, if you take pictures of yourself, you can see it quicker than looking in the mirror. He said that your eyes take up to 5 years to adjust to an extreme weight loss because you've seen yourself a certain type of way for so long.
And I'm coming up on 5 years. That's what's happening, girl. Because I've been on Instagram.
It takes up to 5 years for your mind to really catch up with that. And so things like body dysmorphia set in. And that's definitely something I struggle with.
And that's a show we want to have, too. We have a show about that.
Yes.
Because I struggle, too.
We're going to... that's another reason why we did this episode, because we realized it's a great way to create more topics that are important to talk about. And body dysmorphia is a real thing, and people have it as a small person, and they have it, and people as a big person have it. Because honestly, when I was as big as I was, I didn't realize I was that big.
That's when I realized I had body dysmorphia. Now, when I realized, like, damn, I didn't realize I was that big at all. I didn't see it. I did not see that. So getting smaller, a lot of times I didn't recognize myself in a video. I was in a video, and it was on YouTube. And I was watching it. I was like, well, where am I? They were like, right there. I didn't recognize my own body.
That's crazy.
Right?
But it's important to take pictures. So make sure y'all are also taking pictures.
Right.
The next one I wrote is have or create a workout friend or group of fitness friends you can work out with. Kind of like Two Dope Girls in the gym.
Yay. Put us on in the when you're on the treadmill.
Because it makes it fun.
Yeah.
It makes it fun. It also... It gives you that accountability partner. We talk about that so much because it's so necessary.
It definitely is.
Those are the things that are going to keep you engaged, because as we continue to talk, you will realize there are other things that come into play while you're on your journey that will trip you up and then create setbacks for you. So it's very important to have a group of people who are like-minded.
Yes, that want the same thing for you as you want and are going through it so they understand the struggle. That's a good one. I didn't have that one. But that's a good one. Yeah.
Thank you. And my last one was love yourself first.
Well, that's good too.
It's time to be selfish.
Yeah.
Beneficially selfish. Beneficially selfish is a real thing. And it's time.
It is.
When you're on your journey, it's about you. Even if you have kids, whoever is the father of those kids or the mother of those kids, young men, if you are out here listening, it is important for this to be an equal opportunity partnership when you're raising your children, because it's important for me to be able to be alive to take care of these kids with you. Just as it's important for you to do the same. So you have to come up with that teammate, that partner. If you have hurdles that would keep you from loving yourself and being able to put yourself first in certain situations.
Yes, definitely. I think that I hear people say, I'm doing it for my kids, and I cringe because I know their intention is good, but you can't do it for your kids.
Yeah,
it doesn't. You've got to do it for yourself,
mm-hmm.
and that's just the bottom line. And that's a lesson you have to learn. You'll learn it eventually. And
y'all learned from Rachel last week. Love yourself.
Yes,
you gotta be in love with yourself.
You have to. But
what did you write? Anything different?
So we overlapped some, but maintaining motivation. I had small goals, like small goals. And when I say small goals, I'm talking down to the hour if you have to. This hour, I will not eat this and I will drink this. The next hour, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I think people set their goals too big, and that's why by February, 80% of us
aren't sticking to it. Yeah.
So what you had to do, and I went down to like 3 days. Like it would be, this is my 3 days of exercise. You know, this is my 3-day plan, and I would conquer things 3 days at a time. So I think just setting smaller goals will really help maintain motivation. And the more you conquer them, the stronger you feel. You're like, oh yeah, I can keep doing this shit. I can keep doing this.
It sounds like being mindful.
Yeah, it
being
does.
Mindful,
It keeps it relevant. It keeps it in the forefront too, because you're constantly doing it. And then another one I had that worked for me was joining these little challenges. Like I joined this thing called Diet Bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool. I liked it, and it helped me get. I was losing like probably 10 to 15 pounds a month on Diet Bet. And you were winning money, so you know that's cool. But I think little challenges worked for me, and then like those little. Like on Instagram, it'll be like the 30-day booty challenge.
Yeah.
I would do those because it would, even on days that I didn't get to the gym or for whatever reason, if I was still doing those challenges, that means I was still moving, you know? So just trying to get into the swing of things, that was just something a little extra to just put on top to make sure that I stayed moving.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my little motivational tips.
Nice. They're okay.
Right.
So we have fan mail talk.
Yeah, we have.
And we're gonna give our top 5 fan mail responses, reactions, feedback, commentary, hoopily la, boobity ba.
What is that? It's a movie. That's hippity jibbity.
Hippity jibbity. So I wrote a few of mine down, and then I also wrote some of their social medias down because honestly, I have a lot of to look up. So okay, I've got mine. I have and I wrote you guys down because I want to give you guys shout outs because you guys show me love, so I want to show you guys love back. Okay. So at Naka 100 Offense.
Okay.
So that's KNOCKA 100 OFFENT.
Okay.
He said, I just want to say you're pure motivation. Yes. I don't know why that's so simple and sweet, but when and a lot of people will send me that same sentence. That is not a unique message inbox that I get, but I love that more than anything because that's my purpose. I'm trying to motivate. So the fact that you're saying I'm pure motivation, that makes me so happy. So anybody who's ever sent me that message, thank you. I really appreciate it. My next one is from Favored for This, and that's FAVORED, the number 4, this. She said, hey, I usually don't do this, but I needed to give you this message. I don't want anything, just being obedient. First, let me thank you for being transparent and courageous. When I think this started to go wrong. When God picks you, I think she meant God. When God picks you out, when God picks you out to be set apart, life will throw you some challenges. Oh, but for the grace of God, that you don't look like what you've been through, and that God has placed a shield around you so everyone could see the process of being on the potter's wheel. So let me say that the hand of God in favor of God is on your life. There's no way you should be where you are, but the plans of God always supersedes the plot of the enemy. This season of your life has been weird, and God has been moving in an unexpected way. Oftentimes, you had to laugh yourself through so you wouldn't lose your mind, because it was like, really, God? But when God is doing a new thing, he often takes a peculiar avenue to do it. So I can't wait for the book, workout videos, and inspirational tours to happen. And the fact that I'm actually was working on that and doing that, and at the time that she inboxed me this, because I just kind of literally, and let me tell you how I went through to pick these out, because I get so many messages. I literally took my finger and I scrolled. And then whatever I clicked on and whatever came up, that's what I wrote down.
Oh, okay.
And the fact that I picked this, I needed to say
Universal things.
Yes, because a lot of the stuff, this is called manifestation. This is called somebody speaking over your life. Just literally, she just inboxed me. I don't know this person. She just inboxed me from something I posted on social media and gave me this message. And the fact that there were things that she was hitting on that actually were sound. Like, it was this was definitely for me. And so me and her had like a back and forth conversation because I felt like, ma'am, did you hop in my brain? And
that's how it goes. I'm telling you, that's how it goes. When you put it out there, it comes back. So yeah, I like that.
And then my next one was melodic_Brit. That's MELODIC_BRITT. I posted a video on my stories, or a quote on my stories. It says, "Currently, you can find me crying." So damn proud of myself. And I'm still fighting. I don't really remember what that was for or what was happening. But like I told you, I just scrolled through, but I liked the message that she said. She said, "Brandy, thank you so much for sharing this. I've never seen your episode. You're so strong." Oh, I was watching my episode. I was watching my episode because I do that to stay connected to some of the challenges that I experienced. Because what you'll realize as you go through your journey, the further you get away from a certain area, the more you may forget.
Yeah.
And if the goal is to never forget, I have to go back to the beginning. And I have to watch myself and see and remind myself where I came from
and you're lucky
what
to have
I went
it like
through.
wrapped up in a professional.
I am very
episode, right?
lucky to have that, because if you don't have that and you don't have before pictures, because a lot of times when we're overweight, we don't like to take pictures of ourselves.
Right.
So we don't have those before pictures to keep us connected to where we came from and where we don't want to go back to, where we worked so hard to get away from. So anyway, she said, "What tips or encouragement can you give me? I'm currently at my heaviest of 378 pounds, finally learning to love myself, fluff and all, but I know I need to be healthy for what I'm called to do. Any advice you can give me will be greatly appreciated." So I love it when people reach out to me for advice, because again, that's my opportunity to do God's work. He gave me this walk for a reason. He gave me the opportunity to affect change in other people's lives for a reason. And I would be doing myself a disservice. I would be doing God a disservice. And I would be doing the person I'm supposed to be connecting with, who's reaching out to me for help and assistance, a disservice if I don't give of myself in those ways and share my knowledge. Sometimes it gets a little tricky. Sometimes it gets, CJ's crazy. Sometimes it gets a little tricky though, because you can share with people and they not do what it is that you talked about doing. And so then it feels like you're kind of wasting your time. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to look at it as like I'm planting these seeds, because at the end of the day, they're never going to forget that they saw this thing that reminded them that they needed to be doing this other thing.
And your job isn't necessary to make them do it. It's to pass the message, you know? Because I'm
a messenger boy.
A lot of times people who talk the talk but don't necessarily walk the walk, they still have a purpose, because they could pass your message on to someone, you know, and even though they don't do it, they like, you know, I talked to someone about this and da-da-da-da-da. So you did what you're supposed to do. The universe will do the rest.
Thank you. Okay, good. That makes me feel better. I have two more and they're really quick. At your favorite Chubette.
That's a cute name, Chubette. I
love it. And I think that's what made me click on you. It said, she said, "Yes, you were one of my favorite episodes. Real talk." I really like that. I was one of my favorite episodes too. The most narcissistic thing to say. I had to interject that. At T.A. Baker Photography, _ photography. He said, "Looking at your stories and remembering you talking at Lit which is a conference that I spoke at. You have a heart of gold, Miss Mallory. And I agree. I think that sometimes people get wrapped up in my aggression. People get wrapped up in my delivery sometimes.
And I agree. You had to see how she looked at me. Her gold tooth that she doesn't have shine.
I like that. But yeah, those are my 5 favorite fan mail messages that I've received.
Okay. Oh, no, okay. So I do a lot of the Two Dope Girls answer that mail. I didn't write people's names down.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
But we get a lot of questions about maintaining motivation. And I think we low-key, well, not low-key, we answered it. We just gave you our top 5 of motivating ways to stay motivated. So, yeah, that's, we're not going to repeat all that, but that's basically that. And, but I did want to get into this. This was funny. So we were both in here in the studio last week.
Yeah.
And a woman by the name of Allison, right? Her name was Allison. She ran up to me and was like, I love you. I love everything you do. I love your videos. They're great. And me being me, I was like, cool.
And me being me, I just stood in the background and I'm watching everything go down like, Shawty, she's not talking to the right person.
I had no idea. I was like, this is odd. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, that's not me.
But I just smiled because I was like, yo, I'm going to let it go.
Well, so then, as it happened, it started processing. And I believe Rachel said something too. It was like, it all clicked. Like everyone said something at the same time. Like, hold on. She thinks you're Brandy. And we're literally standing right next to each other. So she'd walked out at that time. Brandy goes darting down the hall and brings her back. It was like, no, that's not how I interact with people.
I was like, I don't want you to walk away thinking that's what I do.
I'm not a bad person. I'm just not.
Alice just didn't know because she was caught off guard. Like, it was probably the first time she's experienced something like that. Because it's cool. But it's still weird when people come up to you.
It's still off-putting.
Because it's like, I do
right?
do that.
Okay, I honestly didn't know what she meant. We had just dropped the video for the jingle, and so I was like, oh, maybe she means that video. I was like, cool, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's all. And then it did slowly hit me. But that was a good fan moment. Like, I like
Yeah, I know. It was
like
fun.
That.
And we played with her afterwards, so it was cool. And now when we see her, we have a new friend.
Yeah. We always making friends.
Always. Everywhere we go.
There was, Brandy was selling some protein powder, and there was a girl, we were like, we got a podcast, Two Dope Girls in the Gym. She was like, I know. I love that shit. Yeah. I know. I follow both y'all.
I love it.
Right?
We love it.
Right? I love that. And then, I'm getting a lot of food suggestions. Y'all need to make this. Y'all need to make that.
Yes.
I just got a suggestion for ground chicken pizza crust. Right? So they're sending over the recipe. I think we need to make it because I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of that either.
Right? They said it's very easy. So I think that's something we're gonna try. And we keep getting a lot of chicken requests. I don't know why. Like lots of
They black?
Right. Yeah.
Is that stereotype? Sorry.
It is, sorry, but we're sorry. But no, that's pretty much my favorite my favorite little fan moments or whatever. But I know we're running out of time, but I really wanted to get into top 5 gym rules. Like, if we're gonna set you up, we gotta leave you with the top 5.
I know, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So my number one, don't fuck your trainer, man. Like, don't fuck your trainer. You can't do that. It's if you want to maintain an exercise routine, don't fuck your trainer.
Yeah.
I've seen it go bad.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
So that, yeah. All right.
Me too. I don't care how fat your ass is.
Right?
I don't care how cute he is.
Right?
I don't care how much he lean into you. No. No.
And trainers have a bad reputation. They have a bad reputation, and I'm sure not all of them are there for that. Well, no, I know not all of them are.
Not all of them, but
don't fuck your trainer.
Don't do it.
So that's my first one. Number 2, don't stink. Don't stink. Like, don't stink in any area. Your hair can't stink. Your clothes can't stink. Your vagina can't stink. Your armpits can't stink.
I said cleanliness is next to godliness. Wipe that pussy, baby. So
wipe it down.
I think that we said the same thing there, right? Wipe that thing down.
Today I was putting up mats. Now think about this. I was putting up mats. And a stitch arose. And it was one of those, like, when I say arose, it came from the mat and you could see it. It was like,
it wafted up on
I was like, what the fuck?
I heard you. Yes. I was in the other room of the gym and I looked
Right.
And you were down by the mat picking them up.
Yes.
And you were like, it stinks.
Yeah, it was bad. And I knew I wasn't tripping because then when Ted came back on that side, he said, you smell that? And I was like, yes. And of course, as a female, the first thing you want everybody to know is not it. Like, not
right.
It.
I stayed in the other room like, I'm talking from the other room. Huh? What happened over there? It smelled like what?
You got to, man. But I knew off rip it wasn't me because I wouldn't even smell like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That smell was terrible. But like
I understand, friend. I understand.
Okay. So yeah, don't
because in every situation that I've been in, working out in groups, there's always at least one.
Yeah. Okay. So
drink more water.
Definitely, that helps. That really, really does help. But so don't be the stanky girl. Don't fuck your trainer. No powder. Look. Y'all, it is 2020. We know what baby powder does. We know what talc does. I'm not even playing. Like, I've always been against powder. But don't be the girl that every time you do a squat, you is puffing, like puffs of powder. I saw one last week, and I was just like,
powder puff.
Yeah, what the fuck? Every squat she did, and you could see, don't be that. Don't do that.
They make a thing called Chub Rub if you need powder.
Okay, Chub Rub.
I got some this weekend at the event. Mm-hmm. They passed it out in the big girl bag. So
big girl bag. That's
in the VIP bags we got Chub Rub. So I have 2 bottles of Chub Rub. I'll probably be selling it at the gym. Just so y'all know it. Anybody who needs anybody who needs some Chub Rub,
right?
I'm gonna get it to you, okay?
I like the name of it.
I do too.
I think okay. So my other gym rule, wear the right workout gear. Okay. Mm-hmm. So me and Brandy, we worked out today facing the class. Like and the girl in front of me, her titties did not move. She had the perfect workout gear, and I had to go up to her and ask her afterwards, like, bitch, yo titties, they is immaculate. I feel like Dave Chappelle's skit when he goes into New York to go find great New York City boobs. Like, but no, and she ended up having on 2 bras, and if that's what you have to do, then fuck it, that's what you have to do. But
do some.
Yeah, and
because it will hinder your workout.
It will, and just not even your bra, but I mean your pants. Like if your pants are falling down, you're not going to get a workout. Yeah. Shoes uncomfortable, you're not going to get a workout. Yeah. So I think it is important to invest. That is a little investment, and I saw. Okay, so people have a lot of see-through tights, which is fine or whatever. A lot of people have tights that don't hold sweat. But there was a woman today who had see-through tights and ones that didn't hold sweat. So she was just soaking. It was like she got out the shower. You could see through everything. Mm-hmm. So every bend she did, like, all of her ass was out there. So, I mean, that might have been her comfort zone. I don't know. But if it's not, just make sure, like, you take time and invest.
Wetness.
Yes, and wet.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, big girls wet. Nothing sounds good. Chub Rub.
Chub Rub. You can purchase tonight.
Damn it.
But
how many was that?
That was like my Cinco. Yeah, I did Cinco.
Okay. Well, we had the one alike about wash that pussy, baby.
Wash that pussy. Wash that pussy.
So I'm gonna say, if you fart, apologize. Because I fart a lot on the treadmill, and it's only on the treadmill. I don't know what that is.
But I appreciate it because it makes me run faster, so that it won't catch up with me.
But I often run on the treadmill next to Alex, so when it happens, I'm just like, my bad, I farted. Like,
and I'd be like, what?
I at least let her know just in case. But I really don't eat poorly. Yeah. But when garlic is in my diet, it won't matter. It'll just come right, and I smell that. Oh. But outside of that, like, I really don't smell my farts. I just know that it happens, so in case I want to say something. But oftentimes I don't. The only time that I do is when that garlic is in the...
I didn't smell it today, though. I guess I ran fast enough.
Yeah, she ran away. She ran to the bathroom this time. But not because of me. She had to pee. Just so we're clear, my farts don't stink. I know you like to thank yo. Shit don't stay, but lean a little bit closer. See, roses really smell like ooh, ooh. Not mine. Okay. Anyway, so... Complain if you need to.
Yeah,
but bitch, do work.
Yeah, don't be that bitch.
Yeah, like complaining and talking back and don't want to do the workout.
Yeah.
You draining me.
Yeah.
You draining me.
Yeah.
I need you to look, because I'm going to complain too. I'm going to be over there like, oh God. Oh God.
Right, you can talk shit.
I'm holding on.
Right?
I'm holding on. Or I'll be like, man, I can't get into this run. I got to run, especially if we got to do, you know, if he want us to do a mile or two and I'm over here like, which also is another thing for me because I used to run 10 miles every morning.
Right.
So I'm over here like, bruh, I'm dying at 2 miles. But it's also a nice way to see how your body is a machine. If you're doing what you need to do, it'll work at its efficient capacity. And when you're not, it starts to go bad. So quickly, the next thing I wrote down is, here I come. Here I go. Don't stop, bitch, move. If I'm in the motherfucking gym, move out my way. I do not like if we're doing sleds and somebody's standing in the way. You see me coming, move out my way. You affecting my workout. I'm trying to get it in.
I feel you on that. Standing in a line of fire. You see it. There's no way you don't see this.
Right. Now I gotta do the swerving swoop, and I don't want to.
She just turned into her dad. I'm doing the swerving and swooping and swooping. And I swerved to this, swerved to this.
Yes, I did turn into James. Yes, I did. And then the last one I wrote down is, be an active student in your fitness journey.
Yes, I love that you preach this. I love this.
So, like, what's your favorite things to do? Find your favorite things to do. If you don't know, like, after you listen to this podcast, if you don't know what your favorite things to do in the gym are, find them.
Yes,
because there may be a day that you do not have the money to go. You do not have the time to go. Maybe you don't necessarily have the equipment. But if you can find your favorite moves to do, you can do them from your house.
Right?
There is no excuse when you have goals.
YouTube.
You can do it from your house. You can watch a video online. But if you have an idea of what some of your favorite things to work on, or at least your favorite body part.
Yeah, because then that's a starting point. If you want to change this body part, go look up these exercises.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's that would be my rules when you're in the gym.
I'm with it. But we're also totally out of time. We're over time,
We're
y'all.
always over time.
I like our top fives, though.
I think that this is a great one because we have so many more that we wrote down for you guys. So I think we're going to probably try to run this episode, maybe do a part 2, but not right now.
Right? You guys talk to us. Let us know what's up. Like, what do you want to know?
What are some more top 5 scenarios?
And tell us your top 5 ways. You know, you could be teaching us some things. So,
right.
Yeah,
hit us up. You can email us, DM us,
right, to the girls in the gym,
comment on anything that we post.
Go on that YouTube. Comment on that YouTube. Subscribe on that YouTube.
Hello.
Like, yeah, because we got videos. We got a lot of stuff coming. So go ahead and jump on that YouTube.
Oh, February is gonna be great.
Right. All right, you guys. I'm
kind of sad.
Yeah.
Like I just don't want to leave you guys, but
I know. We're 3 minutes over.
I know we gotta go before we hit the road. I'ma just say,
is this an original song?
I love you, hoes.
I love you, hoes.
Oh, was that your Ike?
Yeah, that was my Barry White or my Temptations. I love you, hoes.
I love it. All right, guys. Well,
adios.
We'll let you get back to your life.
Peace.
Fuck off.
Motherfuckers.
Dirty bitch. Okay.
Stupid as hell.
Nasty now.
Black gang. What's his name? Young Blackster gang. Blackster gangster youngster.
You done took it different.
Black youngster.
Oh, I'm like,
Yeah, you stupid ass hoe. Bitch. Horse. Stupid ass horse.
Where's CJ? We're just going. Hey, we're just gonna keep talking because we don't know what to do.
He's gonna cut it off. He'll cut it.